Hello everyone, I am Chaya from Lotus Lab School. I am going to teach you science. Welcome back to class 5 children. And today our lesson 1, that is growing plants. Growing plants. You all know that plants are very important in our life. So we are going to learn in this lesson how to grow plants and how plants are grown. So we all know that what we'll be doing in the June. Yes, it is rainy season will start and we'll start sowing our seedlings and seeds or other small saplings we'll be planting. Yes, in this way we will be growing the plants. So first let us see how plants are grown from the seeds. First, and I think in the month of May and June all of you have eaten mango. How many seeds does a mango have? Yes, one seed. Mango is going to have one seed. How many seeds a guava have? Many seeds. Many seeds. Then what about papaya? Papaya. How many seeds do a papaya have? Papaya also has many seeds. Yes? Yes, some of you might be thinking that nowadays papayas doesn't have any seeds. Those are hybrid varieties. Those are not grown from the seeds. They separately, the plants are hybrid. It is an artificial method of growing plants. From that we are going to get the papayas. So they doesn't have any seeds. Okay. And then any other fruit? Yes. Let us see the tomato. Let us see some vegetables also. Tomato is also having many seeds. Can you give an example which is having a few seeds? Yes? Anyone? Yes. Good. It can be an apple. Yes, apple is having few seeds. Grapes. Some of them grapes are seedless grapes and some are with seeds. Even grapes will have few seeds. So why we are telling about all these seeds? The seeds, when they are sown in the soil, they will be growing into a plant. Then how the plant is grown from the seed? To know that, first we should know about structure of seed. So let us see the structure of seed now. Structure of seed. So let me show you some seeds now. Yes, here we have a jackfruit seed. This is a seed of a jackfruit. Why I took this seed? Because you can see very clearly. Yes, here this is the seed coat. Now this outer white color we can see, is it children? This is the seed coat. Yes, this is a seed. Now if you here in the seed coat, we can see a small pore-like opening. You also can take some seeds in the home. To see this, first we have to do, directly can we see? No. First what you do? In the night time, you soak the seeds in water. And afterwards, when you soak the seeds in water, what happens? It will be absorbed and it will be swollen little bit. When it is swollen, you can see very clearly all the parts. Here you can see a pore-like structure in this. This structure is called hilum. Now I will show you in the diagram. Yes. This is the seed coat of a seed. This is the seed coat of a seed. Immediately let us label it also, so we can understand what is it. So this is the seed coat of a seed. You have a small pore here. This pore is known as hilum. What for this hilum is used? This hilum helps the baby plant to come out of this seed. Now let me show you the seed coat easily. Now this is the badam. Yes, this is the badam or almond. Yes. See, if you remove it, the brown color part. Yes, this is the seed coat. This is the seed coat. What is the function of this seed coat? The function is it protects the seed from the climate, rain and winds also. This is the function of this seed coat. And now here in this seed, if you can make it into two halves. The seeds can be make it into two halves. Let me do it. Yes. Now it can be made into two halves. Yes. These two halves, each one is known as a cotyledon. Each one is known as a cotyledon, or it also can be called as seed leaf. What is the function of this cotyledon now? It will provide food for the baby plant. Yes. Now you might be thinking, in this seed, where is the baby plant? We can see the baby plant in one of the cotyledon. We can see here. See here in the lower part, you can see a small structure. It is white color. Yes, if you also soak the seeds and see, you can find out. Here you can see the baby plant. This is known as embryo. Once soaked in water, it will be growing. Okay, this is embryo. Understood, children? Now let me show you the embryo in this seed. Now you see, this is the structure of a seed. So this is the outer covering of the seed. It is known as seed coat. The pore in the seed through which the plant come out, it is known as hilum. And now you have the baby plant here in the embryo stage. Yes, it's small. This is the embryo. Yes, and this is the cotyledon. This one is cotyledon. Or we can also call it as seed leaf. This is about the structure of seed. So this seed, it has an inbuilt inside only will be having the embryo which grows into a new plant. Can it grow like that? No, it cannot grow. It should have some conditions for growing into a plant. Now we will discuss about what are the conditions. Before knowing about the conditions, do all plants have two cotyledons? Now I showed you one, almond and also jackfruit. Both are having two cotyledons. Along with that, we have some peas here, peanuts, that is the groundnuts. Even these are having the seed coat and two cotyledons. But does all the plants have the same type? Or all seeds are having two cotyledons? No, all seeds do not have two cotyledons. Yes, these are only found in peas, jackfruits, almonds, cashew nuts and all. And there are some seeds which have single cotyledon. Like we have the maize fruit. Yes, maize we have the single cotyledon. We have here the embryo. This is the maize. And also, yes, maize is having single cotyledon. The rice grain. Yes, the wheat grains, all these are monocotyledonous. That means it is having a single cotyledon. This is about the structure of seed, children. Yes. Okay. Now let us see how it will grow into a plant. What are the conditions required to grow into a plant? Do all seeds grow? No, children. All seeds cannot grow into a plant. Why? Because some of the seeds are eaten by us. Some of the seeds are eaten by birds. Some, due to the harsh weathers also, they cannot grow into a plant. Then what are the conditions required to grow into a plant? Let us see now. So conditions. What are the conditions required? The growth of a seed into a seedling or a small baby plant is called germination. Okay, the growth of a embryo into a seedling or a sapling, it is known as germination. So, what are the conditions required for germination? Yes, let us see now. First one, it requires soil. It requires soil. A seed should be grown in the soil. Now let us take a small pot. In that pot, let us have soil. We will sow one seed in the soil. Now the next one, is it enough? No, it also requires water. We have to pour some water. So we will be pouring some water into this plant. Yes? Is it enough, children? Is water only is enough? Is soil is only enough? No. It also requires sunlight. It also requires sunlight. So let us give the plant even sunlight. Now the plant is having sunlight, water and also soil. And along with it, it requires even air. So all the conditions are fulfilled now for growing into a plant. Now the plant, will it grow like that? First what it will do? Now we will see the stages here. This is the soil. Yes, now we have sown one seed. Now what is happening, children? This seed first, the seed coat will be coming out. The seed coat will be removed. And then a small root system will come. First, every time root only comes out. I think you all will be sowing the sprouts. You will be eating the sprouts, isn't it, children? The sprouts, you can see some white color structure. It is the root. The white color structure is the root. Now the root system has come. And afterwards, what happens? After the root coming out, a small shoot comes out. Yes? Then we can see when the shoot is coming out, you can see here a small leaf-like structures, and then it will be growing into a plant, and this is known as sapling. The plant which comes out of the seed is called seedling. Once it is grown into a smaller size, then we call it as sapling, children. That is the difference between the seedling and a sapling. Understand? Generally, we plant saplings. When our plantation days and all will come, what we will be doing? We will be planting saplings because they have grown to some height. Those are saplings. The plants which come out of the seeds, those are known as seedlings. This is about germination. Okay, children? I hope you understood. Now, let us watch the animation, children.
Soon after fertilization, ovary develops into the fruit and the ovule becomes a seed. The zygote inside the ovule forms the embryo, which is the beginning of a new plant. The seed germinates to develop into a seedling. Thereafter, it develops branches, flowers, and fruits bearing seeds. It is an indication that development means an increase in complexity.